William Reed Pogue was an accomplished American astronaut, Air Force pilot, and engineer whose contributions significantly advanced both aviation and space exploration. He enjoyed a distinguished career in the United States Air Force, where he excelled as a fighter pilot and flight instructor, amassing over 2,000 flight hours, including combat missions during the Korean War. In April 1966, Pogue was selected as part of NASA's esteemed fifth group of astronauts, known as the Original 19. He is perhaps best known for serving as the command module pilot on Skylab 4, the third and final crewed mission to the Skylab space station. This mission, which launched on November 16, 1973, and lasted 84 days, set the record at the time for the longest U.S. spaceflight. In 1972, while training at Ellington Air Force Base in Houston, Texas, astronaut William Pogue discovered a Seiko 6139 automatic watch at the Post Exchange. The Seiko 6139, introduced in 1969 with its 17-joule automatic movement, 30-minute chronograph, and 45-hour power reserve, caught his eye, especially with its distinctive bright yellow dial and Pepsi-colored bezel. Priced at just $71, Pogue couldn't resist and decided to purchase the watch, which would later become a legendary part of his space mission. While NASA issued official timepieces, Pogue chose to bring his Seiko as a trusted backup on Skylab 4. Astronauts frequently took personal items into space, and having a reliable, familiar watch provided an added sense of comfort. At the time, NASA had no strict rules against bringing personal watches, as long as they didn't interfere with the mission or the astronaut's responsibilities. This flexibility allowed Pogue to take his Seiko into space without any issues. Pogue wore his Seiko 6139 during the Skylab 4 mission, alongside the NASA-issued Omega Speedmaster. It wasn't just something he brought along. He typically wore the Seiko on his left wrist and the Omega on his right, using both watches simultaneously. The Seiko handled general timekeeping, while the Omega was reserved for mission-critical tasks. This dual-wrist approach has since become a notable part of space history. Pogue continued to wear his Seiko after the mission, as it had become a trusted companion. Over time, the watch gained legendary status among collectors and enthusiasts due to its unique history. Pogue later underscored its significance by auctioning it through Heritage Auctions in 2008, where it sold for $6,000. Not a bad return on investment. The Seiko 6139, famously known as the Seiko Pogue, holds a historic place as the first automatic chronograph in space. Pogue's choice to wear the watch during his mission, despite it not being an officially sanctioned NASA timepiece, cemented its cult status among watch collectors. Its rich history, coupled with its relatively accessible price compared to other space-flown watches, has made it a highly sought-after piece.